Okay, Mr. Perez.
Uh, Good evening, all Tibetians. This broadcast, it's live from the Republic of South Africa, and today uh, we are having this live stream uh, from Johannesburg, also linked with Midval. Midval is one of another town between Johannesburg and Val. So we have uh, quite a number of trained TBC leaders around there. So one of them, most of you are familiar with him. It's Ishmael Mulelekwa. He was also on one of our YouTube videos after our celebration for the first million membership. You will recall that. It's one man who loves to wave the country's national flag.
Flag, yes.
And you will remember that one, South African flag. Yes. So the reason for our live chat today is that sometimes we tend to differ with programs, commitments, times, and etc. Distance, like you all understand that South Africa is it has 9 provinces, so we cannot reach out at once. But the only way for us is to have a live stream, gather everyone, so that our mission and the message can be can reach all the communities at once. So, hi Ishmael. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good
What can you
evening.
tell us today?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Yeah, no, I am here. I am here to be discussing with the president about the $10 issue. Yeah, yes, Mr. President, I'm okay.
Yeah, I
And
know
everyone out there.
it's been confusing. It has been confusing to many around the globe, of course. Can you believe it's even confusing some of the leaders? No. Yeah, so, well, I understand during our chat, then I'll explain somewhere why is it so confusing. The time it's 21, it's 20:41 p.m. in South Africa now. So our meeting will end at 21:41. So we have only an hour. So we'll go through the article. I will share it with you. You know, our way of doing things in South Africa. And that actually has helped many. I so wish that around the globe, all Tibetians could apply the same method. It works pretty well. And with education, you can switch off to your native language. That's the thing. Because they mustn't expect that in most of the time, we will be sharing in English. No, sometimes I'll be interpreting in English, but someone will be online interpreting in the native language. So I'm going to have to interpret that. Just like what is happening in the Philippines. They forever use their native language, Tagalog. You understand? So now, Leader Ish, as you can see on the article, the heading there says, are you confused about the $10 fee that goes to admin? There's a video there also, and there's a lady, you probably picked up her name, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Jennifer, that's the name.
Jennifer Tennis, yes, yes.
Yes, yeah. It's if you can listen to the video, it's also helpful. I also picked up that most of the people they just listen to the videos. They don't love to read the articles. That's where we get confusion. You understand that?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's better to do both. You know, at school we used to get this thing called theory and practicals, right? So one will say to you at school during those days, I love practicals. Another will say, I enjoy theory, you know, but these things complement each other to make one completely. Yeah. So, Leader Ish, you can just go through the first paragraph, and then so that we can have a common understanding about our discussion tonight. Yes.
Okay. Should I read it out loud?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
The first paragraph.
The first paragraph. Okay. The first paragraph says, this clarification has been stated several times here in this block, but even some of the big leaders of TBC are still confused about the $10 fee. If you want the send button turn on in your wallet, in your TBC wallet, you have to pay $10. If you paid the annual $10 fee to have access to your Kringle Cash back office that also covers your $10 lifetime fee, which is way cheaper than paying per transaction forever. There's a 2-day for one. There's a 2-for-1 deal. Get it? Soon we will attach a payment processor directly to the wallet at tbc004.net. And if you already paid the $10 through Kringle Cash, you don't have to pay the $10 again for the TBC wallet. Get it? Yes, Mr. Prez?
Okay. I think the whole summary explains itself. Yeah, because the reason why I would like us to start with this article, I saw some of our WhatsApp group chats, you know. So some were saying, what is wrong with admin?
Yeah.
You know, some
they frustrated.
Is the admin crazy, you know? And another one was saying, oh my gosh, here we go again. They keep on asking from us. They are sucking from us, you know? So I just kept quiet because I already went through the article. I said, no, let us do it live. Some, they even asked me private. You know, I never responded at all. Just kept quiet and laugh about it.
Hey, Mr. Prez, yeah, no.
You know why I didn't?
Why?
I didn't do that because they've already exposed themselves that they're not familiar with the blog.
Yeah, if they read the blog, everything would make sense.
But, like now, we are reading it. Then if someone says, here we go again, what are they saying? Then you already know the answer. You will laugh, actually. You don't even get it. I know. I no longer get angry, you know, with such things. There are so many things that are happening within our TBC community.
Yeah. Exactly.
Now, I didn't reply, my brother.
Okay.
That is why I asked you earlier that will you be available so that we can clarify this for our community here in South Africa, also globally, because I know some are also, they're even confused by now. So it will also help because we are not saying Jennifer didn't explain it well. She did explain it well, but
very clear.
Another face has to say it because every member in TBC, it's still a voice of TBC. But I'm not saying they're above Randy, but we follow the guide.
Yeah, we follow the guide.
Exactly. Yeah. Then like we met before and then we discussed it and say, now let's have a live stream. Just to clarify that there's nothing wrong about that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr.
So
Pres.
you understand now that the first line it says that it's to clarify the something that has been already clarified
On the blog. Yes.
but it was Greek to some of the big leaders. Can you believe that? Yeah, and if I recall very well, there were some several articles that were explaining about this $10 fee, and then
Oh yeah.
when you go to KC, it will show you two options that if you cannot manage the $10 fee, and you can transact it with $1 per month, every month. Yeah, but someone who is wise will sit down and do the calculations of $1 per month multiplied by those months. It's gonna be more than $10, right?
Yeah,
So
12.
Of at once, because when we started, $10 was next to nothing. So it works out easier. And now with that, transacting or updating through a KC, it gives you 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah, that is a discount. That is absolutely a great deal. It's a great deal.
It's a great deal, of course.
But people don't understand that. They think they sometimes think you have to pay for the wallet and for the KC.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, you see what is happening. As soon as they delay complaining, the price of Bitcoin it's increasing or it's skying high, and the price of $1 is skying high. The time you make up your mind and say, now, okay, fine, let me do it. Wow, you're gonna pay more.
Yeah, it's getting too late. They must move now. Yeah.
So that line, we understand it. I hope it's clear, right?
Yes.
And then we get another line there. It says, soon we will attach a payment processor directly to the wallet at tbc00.net. And if you already paid the $10 through Criminal Cash, you don't have to pay the $10 again for the TBC wallet. Get it?
Very clear.
Yeah.
Very clear.
We also have a problem. I'll put it this way. We had another live stream, Zoom live stream, just after our Monday's live stream with Randy. So there were other leaders that we had a live stream with. So we were just ironing out, trying to find a way on how to revive our community. I also felt that people focused more on the $10 cashing out, $10 cashing out.
Cashing out, yeah.
They were no longer reviving or workshopping or revisiting the communities. That's all about cashing out, wallets. You know, what we picked up is that the TBC004.net, only few people knows that link, how to get in there. Some they don't even know how to get into their wallets. They'll call their leader or president, for that matter.
Yeah.
Ask, how do I go to my wallet? Can you believe that? Some of them are early stakeholders. We still have problems. Yeah.
That's bad.
We discussed that no, we mustn't abandon communities as soon as they came on board. We need to workshop them and do the orientations revisit them, split ourselves, have this kind of live stream, since we are aware that other communities, they don't have electricity, they don't have much infrastructure or resources. What do we do about those people, elderly people? So we need to have a program or a structure that will assist while we are still on this building process on TBC community, you see.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so the bottom line is that they don't know how to get into the wallets, so we must go and revive them again. So I don't know, is there anything you'd like to say on that?
Yeah. The other thing that I've noticed about the early stakeholders is that the early stakeholders, they were not really technologically advanced, in terms of knowing
Okay.
the issues of the creation of wallets. They would always use other people. So there are cases where some people would actually take money out of their wallets, and you can even see the transaction and the wallets. Everything is written there. So I told them they must have proof. They must put everything down because, when our people are angry, we have to find a way to settle them down because they still believe that, they want quick cash. They want quick cash. And this is an investment, an investment for a long time.
Yeah.
So making them understand that, hey, but if, as you said before, if we can host those workshops where we can just teach them the basics of, okay, open up your wallet. Okay, you want to send transactions. How much? Let's calculate how much you want to send. I think those are the things that the most simplest things are the ones that can make them understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Press.
Considering the fact that currently we have to control the the amount. You cannot exceed the $500.
$500, yes, Mr. Press.
Until the admin advised that no, all now is smooth. We can adjust a little bit like this. You see, we need to take a guide about that one as well, because imagine if the admin can say, today I'm allowing you to do 1,000. Oh, everyone will be sitting on the button, saying,
pressing the button.
What's going to happen that day? Oh, our system will get a feedback and crash again, something like that.
And then they will complain.
They'll start complaining. So that's the way things are, and these are the things that we are encountering on our daily basis. And we are not getting problems or attacks from the outside world.
Yeah,
we are being attacked from within. The very same community, it's the one who's going to take it.
The very same people we try to help.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, exactly. Now, you want to go on the second paragraph?
Oh, okay, Mr. Press.
All right.
Should I read everything now?
Yeah, you can read everything, then we will clarify a few key points there.
Okay. The second paragraph, it starts by saying, but the 2-for-1 deal won't work in the reverse once we attach the $10 fee directly to the wallet. Once that is operational, if you pay the $10 fee through the wallet at tbc004.net and not through Kringle Cash, you won't have annual access to the back office of Kringle Cash until you pay a separate fee for it. But at least your TBC wallet is paid for life. For life. You can either pay $1 a month or pay $10 a year to access your back office at Kringle Cash. So it really does matter where you pay the $10 fee. If you pay through Kringle Cash, you get 2-for-1 deal. But if you pay $10 at the website at tbc00.net, you only pay for lifetime access to your wallet. And that's exactly what you paid for, kind of deal. I hope this article clears up the confusion. That's how the article ends, Mr. Press.
Yeah, it is clear because some of the
straightforward.
we've already touched them up.
Yeah, no, everything is clear, Mr. Press. Everything is clear because when they pay the $10, right?
Yeah.
If they pay at the TBC 004 website, or if they pay through that website, then they only paid for the lifetime wallet. But if they paid for the Crinkle Cash,
yes,
they get the subscription. That is absolute deal, my president.
Yeah, it's an excellent deal. But now
yeah,
they always realize it late. They first complain and pay later. And they'll even opt for the $1 one. We are not saying they mustn't pay. They feel that it's suitable for them. Because, I'll tell you something. You can pay the first month $1, second month, third month. And then fourth month, you get $20 or $50. You have money now. What are you going to do? Are you going to continue paying $1? I normally advise people that no, pay it off. If you pay the first month with $1, the remaining months just paid off. Or paid off at once from the beginning. Then you save a lot. The coin price is skying high. It's not waiting for anyone.
Yeah, it's moving.
And you also have charges there. It's not just the $10. It's $10 plus the charges. Depends.
The charges.
Which exchange are you using? No, I hope that it is clear. You understand it now.
Yeah, no, it's very clear. People should just go and educate themselves, Mr. Press. That's the most simplest thing I can say, Mr. Press. Just go and read.
Yeah, and then I think we need to encourage them. But I encouraged you as leaders, all of you, the 10. And then the 10, I expect you to duplicate the same thing to your private groups, individuals, one-on-one. Encourage them to familiarize themselves with the education block, and there are languages there they can switch on to their native language. That is a
yes. It's at the bottom right. Yeah, it's at the bottom right of the yes.
Exactly. And as soon as they come back to you with questions, you must be in a position to analyze and listen attentively. What exactly are they asking you, or what is that they want to know, or a clarity, and then you must be in a position whereby you can see if they really went through the articles in the education blog. You don't have to spoon feed them, because if you spoon feed them, you are killing them. They won't be in a position to stand by themselves. You understand? They'll even come and ask you, what must I do with my wealth after the cash out, something like that. So you don't have to build those kind of communities, but we must build committed communities that will stand, even if we will be held up after that day. You understand? Yeah. It's similar to that question that you asked me about who is admin, who is the creator of TBC. But I didn't just give you answers. We have to go through some articles. That's the way things should be. And we must do things by referral. you see. So let's try to share almost everything and encourage them. Sometimes just say to them, the answer is on the blog. Yeah. They will say to you, I don't have a data or something like that. Some of them,
they love to say that. They love to say that.
Yeah. If I can print out the whole complaint about that, the list will take about 1 year printing out non-stop saying one thing. Yeah. So is there anything on this one ish maybe before we?
Okay. Yeah. I think the most important part is when they pay the subscription. And I think it should be highlighted that there are charges, Mr. Perez, towards you doing the subscription. So what sort of prices should we add on top of the $10 Bitcoin? Like what sort of prices should we add on top so that we can charge people fairly, and also somehow make that profit to also accumulate more Bitcoins, Mr. Perez? What sort of price range should we stick when we charge people for the subscription, Mr. Perez, if they're paying on behalf of other people, a third party? Yes, Mr. Perez.
Okay. We are not using the same source or the same platforms or companies. We use different companies, but it is always wise for one to compare and play around with the charges, and before you forward the whole package to anyone, and then consider that the package or the price that you're going to forward to a particular person must be you must play it safe because it's Bitcoin. You understand? Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Perez.
That it's sky high a little with maybe $1 or $2 or $3. At least you're still safe. But that was done by some of our stakeholders in South Africa, around South Africa, not all, some. I got a message that they charged a flat rate.
Oh.
Yes.
It is irrespective of whether the Bitcoin was going up or down.
Yes. They charged a flat rate, and as soon as people now wanted to know what transpired with their accounts, now some of those stakeholders were nowhere to be found because they were now scared that they did not update the flat rate. It was far too low. They couldn't even include the charges. Now we have other members who are not on the metrics, believe you me. So it came to my attention individually. As soon as things start spending, they'll come to you individually, private, like those cases.
Yeah.
Then we do a check, a screen check. Who help you? And who is give us the full names and the etc. phone numbers. Okay, then immediately we'll advise that person to go back to that person. Look for him until you find him. Because if you say, okay, no, he did wrong or she did wrong, come, we will help you. We're not solving the problem.
Yeah, we are not. Yeah. We are not solving it.
That is why in South Africa, we don't have red duplicates, red color duplicates in our metrics. But other countries, they have. It's so bad. This person was moving from Ishmael to Reggie, from Reggie to Tando, from Tando to Lawrence, things like that. Now, after our meeting with Randy on Monday, I asked the same question from the second live stream that, with other leaders. That leaders, we don't have to blame the other people or blame the admin about the things that are being created by us or ourselves, right? We created those monsters. So we are the ones to rectify or to deal with those situations. You understand what they did? If this member left Ishmael, comes to Lawrence, I must have a list, a snake list, not a snake list, a checklist. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
That, okay, who introduced you? Who's your leader? Ishmael. And then what transpired? They will lie. They will never tell the honest truth, right? Then you mark all these things, right? After that, I have to pick up a call and ask Ishmael. Ishmael, I have James here. I'm not giving you the whole story. I have James here. James will love to come this side, or will love to come on board with my team. You understand? Oh,
yeah.
Really? Now, Ishmael, is it fine with you? I would love to get a permission from you. It's a fair deal, you see. But now, some of these leaders were not doing that. You know why? They were happy that their number is growing, and their number was growing with problems. And right now, in our matrix, those countries, they have, multiple of red colors. You understand? In South Africa, we don't have, we may be less. It may look like we are slow. No. We consider some things in advance because we will be dealing with bank. We don't want any dent. You understand? So we have to clarify that now. See how it goes. So it was just like that. Now, I refer them back to go and rectify with those people who told them about the flat rate in Bitcoin. Can you believe that? So we had that problem. But now, if you don't know how to play on that, private, you can touch base, then I will show you how do you check before you give someone a price. But that flat rate we were working on, it was safe, you see?
Okay.
Yeah, but still, you must touch base, and I'll show you some things private, how to go about that.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And then let's check, it's 21:11. Is there anything for a point of clarity, maybe?
So far, Mr. Prez, everything is okay. Yeah, the block is very clear. It speaks about the $10 issue. It speaks about rather paying $1. You know, you can pay $10, gives you a discount. I mean, this is a great offer. You know, TBC really cares for us and our community, and their prices are reasonable for the wealth they are bringing towards us. So this is absolutely a great opportunity, and the article is very clear, Mr. Prez. Thank you so much for clearing up everything for me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and let this message go to the communities at once, and I'll also try to see that it does at the end of the day. Now, another thing that I would like us to get into now, the wallet's story. Okay. Though
yes, Mr.
we're not gonna discuss much about that, but just to clarify certain areas, right?
Okay.
On the 5th of October 2017, anyone who registered from the 5th of October to date, those wallets are considered as new wallets. Maybe
Okay.
you'll recall that a discussion about the wallets, the old wallets and the new wallets.
Yes, Mr. Press. Yes, Mr. Press.
And then you understand now that from which date, right?
Yes, Mr. Press.
4th of October backwards, those are old wallets. So it will happen that, let's say you have an old wallet, you want to purchase $100 from me as the trusted seller. Sometimes it might, let's say you pay, then you send me an old wallet, okay? Then I pay that wallet, okay? Then along the way, it get canceled. You understand? That might be the case of the old wallet. You understand? So what I need to do from my side, I will request an email that is associated with that particular wallet from you as the buyer. You understand? Then I'll go to the billioncoin.info, not .co.za. .co.za is South Africa. But remember, they are still working on some things, meaning adding some things in our website. Okay? And those things are not just happening like that. They're happening through our request. Okay? And then we will use the .info. Then you will see the option of trusted sellers. Okay? You might have seen that, of course. Then,
yes.
When you click on that, I would like us to do an exercise on that. So what you do now, you can move out of from this article, go back to the main page, you know, but you're not logging out. Just go.
Okay.
Back office or main page, yeah. Then as soon as you're there, but it must be .info, né?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually, it's open, Mr. Perez. I already opened it.
A trusted seller.
By the which tab I'm supposed to press, Mr. Perez?
Trusted seller.
Trusted seller. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see some options here.
Okay. Click on that.
Okay. On there, it's 3 options. It says search trusted seller, request new wallet, request wallet sync, Mr. Perez.
Okay. Stand by.
Okay.
Trusted seller. Come on. Yeah. Then you see there how many options? 2 options. Request new wallet. Request wallet sync.
Yes, Mr. Perez.
Yeah. The wallet sync, I would like us to discuss it again because there was a confusion. You might have seen that on the group as I was chatting with one of the leaders. The interpretation was somehow, you know, I won't say it was wow, it was somehow. So that one, because of time, we are going to get into it tomorrow.
Okay.
But what we'll do after this chat, then we will touch base. Like I said, we will discuss about that Bitcoin stuff, the fees, and etc. And then remind me that we must also touch this one of the request wallet sync. Okay.
Yes.
I'd like us to discuss it in a broader scale. Okay.
Okay.
So that it will be easier for the communities to understand exactly what is to be done. But now let's take this one, request a new wallet. Okay.
Okay.
Now we are still on the old wallets. Now it has been cancelled. Okay. So now you take the email that is associated with that particular wallet. You click request new wallet. Can you see that?
Yes, Mr. Press.
You see? Can you see somewhere there on top? It says enter email address.
Email address.
Copy it, you paste it there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Then you request a new wallet. Okay? Can you see that? Submit.
Oh!
If
yes,
that email is not associated with that wallet, it's going to say something there that results not found, something like that.
Okay, Mr. Press.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I actually do it now, or are we just explaining this?
We can do that one.
But you said it's better if we do it later because this needs a broader explanation.
We might touch that one as well. Yeah. Because we said it's the wallet fees, I mean the Bitcoin fees and etc. How to check. And
okay, Mr. Chris. Okay.
Secondly, will be wallet sync. Now it will be this one. It's fine, but yes, just to show you, you paste it there. If the email is cleared or it's associated with that, it will say submitted, and then you'll get the reply. It says allow 24 hours for updates to complete. Then from there, once the system has completed those updates, then we will be in a position to advise what is to be done. You get it now?
Yeah.
Yes,
Mr. Prince.
So this is another way of checking if there are wallets. Some they get rejected. You know why? Because of that situation of Yahoo story and other emails. People write emails. Yeah. So I know this will take some time meaning to reach our communities and members, but we have to take it step by step in order for them to get a clarity of that. Yeah. So is there any questions on
that? So far, Mr. Prez, everything is very clear. Everything is explained very clear. So I think what needs to be done now is every leader from our groups, because the 10, we need to spread this message. How we spread this message, it can be great if those workshops are run. So sometimes, there are some other people that have other ways of explaining, maybe they can explain it better, the concept, because we are working with people that are not fully computer literate, but they're willing to learn. But yeah, if we can just find a way to just show them the most simplest processes of, how to open up a Gmail. I mean, it's not fair. How to open up their wallets. They sometimes struggle with the security question. Those simple terms. And obviously the new task that they were given for them to be trusted sellers, for them to update their profiles and everything. So it is very difficult, and people are so desperate. They're so desperate for help that they're willing to take out any money. So some people take advantage of that. They will say, okay, no, give me 100 Rand for me to just do something that you didn't even need 100 Rand for, So those are the things that if we can just have those workshops, or we make sure that maybe once a month or something, we would just come together. Because the groups, they might be confused, but it's informative, Mr. Prez. The groups, they do understand what TBC is all about, but now they need that interaction with us too. We need to start speaking to them. And but I love the fact that they're willing to learn, whether they are old or young. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Prez.
Yeah. Whatever comes into your minds, leaders. I'm open for any good idea, discussions, and we discuss our secretary proposed last time that we should go and revive Free State Province because it really showed us that something was not right. Only 3 people understood the whole concept of TBC. So we changed that, we went back. And as soon as we arrived there were ordinary stakeholders, not leaders, who got an access to our group chats in WhatsApp. So our secretary was helping those youth and other members to get familiar with the whole setup, how to get into education, how to get updates. You know, when we arrived there, it was like those stakeholders were the ones who were trained last time for the leadership. All the leaders that were trained, most of the things was Greek to them. It was like we were interpreting things in parables, you know? That's why we had to stay there for 2 days, because I replied to the secretary that, look, I don't think one day will be wise. And we were supposed to be back on Sunday, but I said, on Sunday, because after the leadership training, we must have another meeting for leaders. That really helped. And individually, they approached me, they approached her that, you know what, we can see that you have made a plan, that we were not getting updates, we were not reading. I said, I knew as I was listening to your questions that something was wrong. So we had to revive the whole crew, the whole group of leaders that were trained. It was our 3rd leadership training. So on our meeting on Sunday, we had to call the new ones and those who were trained on the 1st and the 2nd leadership. And they came, they attended, you know, they apologized and said, okay, fine. We gave them tasks. Now, we are beginning to get a correspondence from that province. You understand? So I fully support you and agree with you that we have to do the revival. It's not all about waiting for the testers to fill up the number and etc. You know, yeah, there's more. So we have to do it, of course.
I think what
loud, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, Mr. Prez, I think what is the most exciting thing that everyone wants to be a part of is the cookie rewards. I think the cookie rewards is like, when, you know, when you explain to them, hey guys, 100 referrals, 10 coins, you know, they are so excited. They get motivated, but obviously they're motivated by the cashing out, you know. And he has this the morality to it. And it has this, yes, we want the money, but we're not just doing it for ourselves. We're doing it for the entire humanity, you know. And it is growing very, very, very fast.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, and on the cookie rewards, there is a video there by our friendly marketer. His name is David Jones, aka
David,
the friendly marketer. So we have about, it's 21:27 p.m. If you don't mind, I'll just mute myself here. You can listen for it, not all of it. Let's say 3 minutes, then we'll come back again. Let's hear
okay, Mr. Pratt.
And discuss that, yeah.
and I'm here to do another tutorial video. It is Wednesday, the 22nd of November. It's 4:33 a.m. according to U.S. Eastern Time. Here in Barbados, it's 5:33 in the morning. And I just wanted to get this video out. I don't know if you have been paying attention, but the last blog post of the 19th of November, it was mentioned in there that soon there will be a cookie rewards tab in your Pringle back office, and I'm here to tell you this morning that the cookie rewards tab is there. So in this tutorial video, I'm just going to take you through it. I'm going to show you the cookie rewards tab. I'm going to show you the details, and not only will you recognize that this is real, but what I would also like to encourage those who have been purchasing to get in contact with your sellers and start getting these cookie rewards details in so that you will be in time for December 25th. Now, let's get right to it. This is not going to be a long video. I know I always say that, and I do end up at 20 minutes, but I can assure you this will not be a long video unless, of course, there is something that comes to mind that I must share to help you guys in the community be better educated and equipped to lead your teams and to lead them effectively. Now, let me go to, right, I'm going to log into the back office of one of my downline members. And as usual, you will hear Santa talking, but then again, you might not. So let's log in. We're logging into the Pringle back office for one of my downline. So we're here in the back office of one of my downline members. Her username is Jules. And I'll just scroll down the menu here. And right here at the bottom, just under the transaction verification tab, you have the cookie rewards tab. So that's the tab that we have been expecting, that we've been waiting for. I'm just going to open the tab, and you'll see exactly what will appear. When we open the tab, we will see cookie rewards, your rewards. And then as the page loads, we will see a calculator, which is calculating the cookie rewards. We'll see a picture of some cookies. And then underneath those cookies, you will see your total amount of cookies that you can redeem for Pringles. In this case, Jules has 1,100,000,000 cookies. Cookie rewards are awesome. Keep working on getting as many cookies as we can before Christmas. A redemption button will appear on December 25th, 2017 at 12:01 Fiji time. Now, here you will see that one cookie is equal to one Pringle, 100 million Pringles is one full TBC coin, and 1 billion Pringles is 10 TBC coins. So based on this amount here, Jules is in place for 11 full TBC coins. Now, if you want to see a further breakdown or clarification of how they arrived at the 1,100,000,000 cookies for Jules, all you need to do is click on View Details. And here we will see a box, which is the reward details. You will see that Jules purchased $170 worth of Pringle. That would have qualified her for 100 million cookies. And you know that a full billion coin is 100 million Pringles. So hence, that purchase would have qualified her to get a full billion coin at December 25th. She has a referral count of 113 referrals, and these will be all green. The red obviously are not counted. These are all green. And because she has gotten over 100 referrals, the reward for 100 or more referrals was 1 billion cookies. So there you have it. 100 US purchase. She purchased 170. That gave her the 100 million cookies. 113 referrals. That gave her the billion. So her total is 1,100,000,000 cookies. And that will give her 11 full TBC points on December 25th. You can see the purchase date that she made her purchase, the seller's email, the seller's wallet address, the transaction ID, and it goes across here to how it was paid by cash, and that is how she got the 100 million cookies. So it's very detailed, and this information at the bottom here, this is actually from the transaction verification information. So I've already done a video showing you how to do the transaction verification, but I'm just showing you the correlation between the two tabs in terms of information, and that is basically it. That rewards tab, this is what it looks like, and that's how you see your details. So all that is left for you to do now as a buyer would be to get in touch with your seller and to have your transaction verified, correlate the information, make sure it's correct, do your transaction verification, get your seller to approve it, and then go into your cookie rewards tab, and you can see populated there the amount of cookies that you have in store so far, and have an idea as to how many coins that you will receive on December 25th. So that
you can just pause it for now.
Really short. And
Mr. Prez?
Yeah. So you will continue listening to the whole arrangement there. He has quite a number of videos, but let's start with this one and backwards. What I recall also about the cookies, people should be ready to should be ready for the exercise that he has just illustrated now, because if they miss this opportunity, or if they miss out the understanding in this exercise, they won't be in a position to redeem their cookies up until the following year, which is 25th December, but 2018, you see. So rather make use of this given time to work on it. And it is always advisable to commence now, so that if one does not understand or there are some delays, at least you still have an ample time prior to the 25th. What do you think?
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair, Mr. Prez. It's fair. People must just get on it. It's very simple. It's a simple task. I don't think you need to be a rocket scientist to understand this one. It's perfect, Mr. Prez. It's perfect.
All right. Yeah. So is there anything again? Anything again? We are we're left with a couple of minutes.
Okay. No, man, let's push Tibetians. Let's push this great concept, this great idea of making everyone wealthy. Don't be selfish. Don't be keeping this information to yourself. Spread it to everyone out there. I think that is the most important message to everyone out there who's listening, who cares about the future of humanity. Yeah.
Okay.
That is definitely it. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Press. Yes, Mr. Press.
All right. I would love to receive the lists for all those who are ready to be punched into our matrix level 4. So if you care, if possible, I would like you to speed it up for us from your side, and you can even send this message to other leaders as well.
Okay, Mr. Prince. The message will be sent, my leader. It will be sent.
I need those lists so that I can work on them, as I'm working on them since from Monday night. Yeah. So
okay.
It will be easier for us so that everyone can be on board. Yeah. So anyway, so far, I'll encourage you to familiarize yourself with most of the articles. We have quite a number of articles. Some that are very long, and for other people to go through them, they just get lazy. But you better take 3 paragraphs at a time, or maybe in the morning, during the day, and late. At least something. Yeah. And then it will help us a lot, because we will be having much time to focus on the current developments. And I really like to compliment our loving TBC admin globally for all the efforts they are putting into the whole thing. Though some of us does not appreciate and cannot see how much effort is this admin really putting in the whole thing. As soon as they feel pressures, they feel pains, and then they tend to be negative and start attacking on the admin. You know what I mean? And if really the whole program or this community was a scam, the admin by now wouldn't have introduced the latest updates that you are working on currently, like build a partnership. There should be sellers, there should be buyers, while you are still working on the testers game. You understand? The scammers, they don't do that. The scammers, first and foremost, we must know that they are lazy people. They don't want to work for anything. They'll come with a program, and from there, 1 month, 2 months, after they've accumulated whatever they want, and then they're gone again. You see, that's how the scammers work. So we need to differentiate between the two. The good program for all humanity and the scammers. And then another thing with the scammers, how they work, they don't give you the exact thing. As soon as you ask questions, they get irritated. Tell me of any question that was asked from our admin. It was never answered. Tell me of any.
Oh.
We are only over 20 months now in the game, but we have done a lot. We have reduced the period of Bitcoin. Bitcoin took some time. It took years, but we are over 20 months. But we have accumulated a lot. And if really we are a scam, why another part of the world is trying to get into our affairs and steal what we have? Why the scammers were doing those things that they were doing with wallets, transacting, creating something which is not there? That should tell you something, you know. So yeah, this journey is taking us somewhere. It's a very long journey, but as soon as you are in it, you enjoy every step of it. That's how I understand it. I don't know with you. How do you see the whole thing?
Yeah, no, it's a eye opener. You know, I never knew nothing about cryptocurrencies and all that. So when I came into TBC, it opened up my mind. So it's been a great asset in my life, you know. And this is even before cashing out, you know. So I can imagine when cash, but there's so many ways to maneuver around getting income and cash through TBC. That is the greatest part. Yeah.
Yeah, because the areas that we should also rectify is when okay, you see, when you go to the projection calculator, we must understand how to use it. TBC is not an investment company, or it's not a bank. You see, we are talking about the value or growth. As soon as one comes on board, or as soon as one becomes a part of TBC or a member or a stakeholder, then you are expecting a growth. So that the projection calculator, it illustrates or it explains about the growth of TBC. Currently, you know, on what percentage are we expecting, right?
Yes, Mr. Prez. Yes, Mr. Prez.
So we project that, okay, in 6 months' time, or a year, or 8 months, or 3 months, your wealth or your coins will be valued at this. But there were some calls that I received that my 6 months is over. 6 months is over. So what? So how do I withdraw? Did you hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Cashing out. How do I withdraw?
You want to press the button.
Who did a presentation to you? We have another department or a section that explains about this TBC fiat exchange thing, you know, but don't say withdraw. Rather say cashing out. So we are talking about two things here. The projection that was illustrated to you, and that is a growth. Okay. Now, if you want to become a tester or one of the testers, then the person will ask, to become a tester, what is that? You must explain to the person that how did it come about to be a tester, or what is required, or what is the criteria. You explain to the person. In order for you to be one of the testers, you should follow this criteria. Then, oh, now I understand. Yeah, but this was never explained to me. Yeah, some, yes, I believe them. Some, I don't believe them. You know, so it's a projection. It's not the money that you'll be cashing out. You know, they even ask, wow, I'm going to cash out 5 million, 6.8 million, no, things like that. I said, oh, we have a problem.
Oh my word. Patience.
Now, one of the articles in the education blog, it explains about the millionaires that the admin is going to create, and also the billionaires. So we're talking about two types of people. We are not talking only about the millionaires, but we know exactly that which ones are going to extravagance. We won't be having them in a very short space of time. Watch out. What do you think, brother?
Yeah, I know. Hey, when people cash out, it's gonna be entertaining.
It's gonna be entertaining, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, believe me.
Hey, my leader. Hey, Mr.
It's gonna be
Press.
entertaining, I tell you. You're gonna see the other side of people, and but there will be those, wealthy guys. They tend to differ a lot than the rich guys. Yeah, most of them I lived with them, and they tend to differ quite a lot. Believe you me,
Oh.
they are so calm and relaxed. You know, they they plan things, and then they are very calm, calm, very very calm. Yeah, you won't even notice that these are the ones you're talking about. But the rich ones, oh, they must, things like that. Yeah. So it's,
What a waste.
yeah,
Waste of.
yeah. Okay. All right. Ish, thanks again. And then we will touch base, though it's not giving us the ending time, but I
Okay.
think I'm going to have to end it. And then from there, I will thank you again from Midval to join us in Johannesburg. And it was the live stream between the TBC president from the Republic of South Africa and one of the executive leaders under the president, one of the 10. We were clarifying the misinterpretation of the $10.
$10. Yes.
Yeah. So we wanted to add some more information and the guide on how to go about it, and where was the misinterpretation. Not from the admin, of course, but within the people and from some of the leaders. So we thank you all, TBCians, to borrow us your ears, as some of you will be listening to this live stream, and most of you will catch it on the YouTube. And then we will also forward it to some of the groups to clarify the confusion. But thanks again for the admin for all their efforts in clarifying these matters and areas where people are getting confused. But of course, we know ever since the day of launch, admin has never left us astray. So we really appreciate all the effort they're doing, and we are behind the admin at all times. And thank you again, Leader Ish. I will talk to you soon, brother.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Press. Take care.
Okay, cool.